Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the Ratliff Mandolins Weekly Production Diary. And we're going to start this week's video off with this mandolin right here. This mandolin is an R5 master model, and if you'll recall, we put the back on it last week's episode. And this week's episode, I'm going to put the binding around the back. Master models get down front and back with 3-ply binding. And yesterday I spent all day with these hand tools, an X-Acto knife and a small chisel and a purfling cutter, cutting the binding channels for this, and it took me all day. But now I am ready, and I'm ready to wrap the first piece of binding on, which will be the inner piece of black, white, black binding. And we're going to do this long strip from the scroll all the way around to the back here. So let me get some footage of that for you to watch. First, let me give you a close-up of the stuff that we're going to be working with. It's this plastic binding, and it's got a black, white, black layer to it. And then we're going to mate that with just a pure piece of white, so that the end results will be this. And as you can see, this inner ledge is already cut. So this is the first piece that we're going to glue in. I'm going to try to pre-shape this binding a little bit with my handy dandy toaster heater binding bender. I think that's the official title for it as well. Now you can see I've shaped this binding so that roughly it falls into the correct shape, and it's time to spread the glue and use the string to wrap this binding and put it on the mandolin. Okay, I think I'm ready to go here. The binding is more or less shaped. I have string, glue, wedges. Camera is turned on, and I'm going to glue this piece of binding, and you can watch. Well, that's about all I can do to mandolin number 2, so we'll move on to mandolin number 3, and it will take a K&K internal twin pickup just like this one did. So time to install that pickup in that mandolin, mandolin number 3. And here's a nice clean installation of a K&K internal twin pickup in mandolin number 3. Mandolin number 4 got its neck put on this week. Mandolin number 3 now has the back glued on. Well, I'll tell you what, you turn around and it's Friday already, so let me share with you all of the things that have been taken care of this week. All of the inner binding on mandolin number 2 has been done, except for the little heel button here. That's the only thing that hadn't been done. Let me show you that. Another accomplishment this week is the back has been glued on mandolin number 4. That's the oval hole mandolin. And so right here is some footage of me getting that back ready. And here's some footage of it after it's been glued on to the mandolin. And on a final note, before I close this video off, mandolin number 6 now has its neck installed. This is a R5 Country Boy that's going to a fellow over in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And so just a little bit clean up here, and that will be done, and it'll be ready for the kerfing in the back, which I'll put on next week. And so speaking of next week, please come back and visit us again for the next episode of the Ratliff Mandolins Weekly Production Diary, and I certainly hope to see you then. My name is Audie Ratliff, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.